Oh, hey everybody, how's it going? It's about to start another stream here again today, and we're doing good, you know. We're doing pretty good over here. And, yeah, let's go ahead and get it started. About to have some fun today. How are we all doing? Hope we're all doing well. Because today we're making up from yesterday. I had some stuff come up yesterday, had to not stream. I know what that is. So we had to put the stream down for yesterday. Had to be done. So, we're here today to make up for it. So I wanted to make sure I got ready bright and early at 7 p.m. to do a little stream. About ready to get started. I think I'm gonna gnaw on a protein bar here just to kind of, I had a lighter dinner than I normally do. That's on me, I had leftovers, so I just didn't eat as much as I usually do. So I'm just gonna eat this protein bar. Because I know I'm gonna get hungry later in the stream. And I'm gonna try to get ahead of that. And watch, now that I've said that, later in the stream, I'm gonna get up and do some food. Watch. Watch. So, I mean, I don't have much to say. Today's been kind of boring. I mean, I've been reading a lot out of this. I was sitting on my desk. I decided I'd just throw it in my bed to clear off my desk. There's my bookmark. There I am. That's all I have left. That's it. I'm excited. That's all I have left. I can finish that tomorrow. This is a Paul Dini Batman omnibus. I've been tackling this for a little while, and it is this is a task. But I mean, when you have art like that, like you cannot complain. Like, it is gorgeous. This is Firefly. This is a story when they go up against Firefly. And most of the book is actually against Hush. And most of this book takes place after Batman Hush. And Hush is becoming one of my favorite Batman villains. Like, he is so cool. I really hope Matt Reeves uses him in Batman 2. Because Hush is such a good villain. Super cool. And the shit he does is amazing. Like, this opens up, right? Doesn't this open up? Isn't like the first issue like Riddler is reformed, or like at least self-reformed? Like, he's actually like working with the police department or something. And it is honestly weird seeing Riddler being genuine. What's up, motherfucker? So I got this book like a year or so ago. Oh yeah, so it is, I think it's the second book in this series. Yeah, it's the second one in this series where Riddler is reformed. And this is just the Paul Dini Batman omnibus. And it is an awesome read. I'm almost, there's my bookmark. I'm almost done with it. That's it. This little bit. That's it. It's like 12 issues out of 47 I have left to read. Just tackling a little bit every day. I can't wait to finish this thing, because this thing is a beast. Like, this is a beast of a book. 47 issues of Paul Dini Batman, which is becoming one of my favorite Batman stories, just because of how he balances all the villains, despite using Hush in the entirety of the second half of this omnibus. It's phenomenal. So, I'm just gonna finish up my protein bar, and then we'll get started with some Batman Arkham Knight. How you doing tonight, Wade? I'm gonna take my watch off because I don't want to get notified of when stuff comes in on my phone. No distractions. Except now my wrist feels naked. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. I've effectively been binging the Avatar comics, which I've just gotten these two yesterday. Toph Beifong's Metal Academy, Azula and the Spirit Temple. And I haven't read them yet. I'm looking forward to reading them. I get the rest of the entirety of Avatar in the mail tomorrow. Keep hearing the Batman theme every time I think of Batman. Which one? Are you talking Tim Burton, Hans Zimmer, Michael Giacchino? Like, which one are we talking here? Oh, wait, those are the composers. So, you can think about it as the composers, like Tim Burton Batman, Christian Bale Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman. Film composer brain. It's like, ooh, is it Elfman, Zimmer, or Giacchino? Three of my all-time favorite composers. 2022. Okay, so Pattinson. It's just a B flat and a G flat. That's it. So, on the trombone, it's really easy. You know, I just materialize a trombone every now and again. B flat. G flat. That's it. Now, insert vengeance. And there you go. Just classic Spider-Man theme from the 60s. Oh, man. Yep, that one. Alright. Why don't we just get started with Batman? I tend to sit here and wait like half an hour before I actually do anything. And I love sitting here and chatting with you guys, but like we end up still chatting like just throughout the stream anyways. So might as well just hop into it, and if we happen to just chat, we just take a break. Deadpool fan music you probably didn't hear. So if it's the Deadpool fan music that you probably didn't hear. You know, I always just think of Angel in the Morning. That's all I think of when I hear Deadpool. Or holy shitballs, holy shitballs, holy shit. First time I realized what they were singing in Deadpool 2, it just made me laugh. So, I cannot wait to officially beat all of the Arkham games. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so much fun. They call me Deadpool. I'm hella fast. Yeah, you're right. I did it here. Pinpoint the location of the missing workers. Wait a minute. Let's actually go back to the main menu. Let's mess with the skins again. So let's do... We did Pattinson last time. Let's do a different one this time. No, you're not late. You're right on time. How's it going, Nick, Blake? How are you guys doing? Let's do... You know what? There's something special about the Batman versus Superman suit. I'm going to make the executive decision, and we're going to roll with 2016's Batman vs. Superman's skin for as long as we can here. I'm making that executive decision. For Robin, I think we're going to stick with New 52, just because it is just a great, great costume. You're at church service? Oh, do Bale? Nah, bro. We going Affleck. Church service, Kevin. That's good for you. Like, that's awesome. Do not apologize for being late to a stream ever, and doubly never apologize for being late to a stream because you were at church. And yeah, we'll stick with the original Arkham skin. I feel like in Arkham Knight, they go too over the top with the face mask. Like, the best Nightwing suit is in the Leaping into the Light comics. Nick, I'll get to your matchup here in a second. And that is, like, where is it here? Because they actively, like, show you how the suit was designed. Is it in a different book? It might be in a different book. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Which is Japanese for I don't bargain, pumpkin fucker. Where the fuck is it? Or Mandarin for, I think he says Mandarin. There it is. Actually describing how to draw the suit in the books. And this is the best Nightwing suit. As a Nightwing fan, that's my opinion. It's classic, it's modern, it's the classic blue. Arkham, it's too edgy. It's just a bit too edgy in my opinion. And I don't like the red. And so I have to go with this one. In death, he has nothing left to fear. Your vengeance will come. Look at that. The best classic Batsuit. Alright, what was the matchup here? Star-Lord or Red Tornado? You gonna watch silently? I assume you're gonna lurk then? Star-Lord or Red Tornado? I mean, it all depends on how strong Star-Lord's rocket boots are. I'll give it to Tornado. Oh, there we go. Why didn't that trigger last time?
I can release the bat scanner and search for the workers.
God, I wish
I've managed to intercept some
Ben Affleck was able to stay as Batman.
Relaying it to you now.
I had him in my sights. I could have ended it right there. We have not broken.
I think Affleck had so much potential to be a phenomenal Batman, and he still was great for the limited amount of appearances he had. Do I know who Beta Ray Bill is? Yes, I know who Beta Ray Bill is.
Your revenge is at hand.
I don't know a lot about Beta Ray Bill, but I know of Beta Ray Bill and like that he's the true wielder of the Stormbreaker, and
I've made a lot of enemies.
I know in the Ragnarok had a part of that like statue is devoted to him. Where's he? Oh, there you are. There we go.
It worked. There are 5.
He's like an intergalactic warrior.
Within the facility.
Let's hope they're still alive.
Looks like a grown-up Arthur from the show Arthur. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Do I know the Marvel character Sauron? No, I know the Lord of the Rings character Sauron. So what am I supposed to do?
First, I need to investigate the compound.
Gotcha. First, I need to investigate the compound.
I should investigate the facility first. Then I can come back for the car.
Okay. There's a few people down there. I want to do this all stealth-like. That's not what I wanted. It's amazing how much better graphics this is than Arkham Asylum. Pterodactyl, my mate, told me that he was from the X-Men. I can neither confirm nor deny. Sounds like something that would be in the X-Men. I got an idea. So, I want to hang off the edge. Are they going to see me?
Batman's here. Engage!
Yep. That was dumb. I forgot there was a multi-takedown. I saw it there, and I'm like, oh, wait, that's a new feature. Oh, I can't believe I fucking forgot that that was a thing. I'm just gonna move some stuff on my desk around a little bit. There we go. And we fuck them up. Son of a bitch. Ow. If you book a flight to another country, let's say America, I want to know how you get the money from that country if I'm booking it from Australia. Hello, Smoke. Is that like Mortal Kombat Smoke? How to get money if you move from other countries? There's like tills similar to like an ATM where you can insert like your money, or you can go to a bank, I think, and you can do exchanges. There's a specific service with setting up, you know, in like customs where you can exchange currencies. I want to say that's the case. Mortal Kombat, nice. Believe it or not, no joke. No joke. Mortal Kombat 9, I mained Smoke. I was originally a Cyrax main, then I was a Sub-Zero main, and then I went Smoke.
If I use the crane now, it will alert the tanks.
Yeah, who cares? You're Batman. Injustice 2. I'm Batman. Like every single time he gets into a thing. Still working for work. You're still working for work, like looking for work. You like Rain? Rain's cool. I'll admit, Rain is nice. Do I want to glide kick the window? Yeah, fuck it.
Are you seeing the spike on the internal router? Yeah, don't worry, it's nothing. Just a glitch.
What's up? I'm here to kick gum and chew ass. And I'm all out of ass. Wait. Looking for work, my man. I've been there, man. It sucks. I've been there. I was... Nah, I won't tell that story. Yeah, looking for work sucks. I hope you find a job soon. Are you using, like, Indeed? Is that something out there in Australia? I assume it is. Indeed's how I got... Indeed is how I was able to get the job that led me to the job I have now. Like, if you have Indeed, go for that. I think it's a great way to get at least a starting place and get, you know, a job that pay the bills. Kevin Conroy play the best Batman? He did. Well, it's hard to say because it was just the voice. His voice for Batman was on par with like all of the on-screen Batman. All the on-screen Batman. It applied for a job at a cafe? Nice. I assume as a barista. Making coffees or teas and such.
Gates open. Time to bring in the car.
Ooh, that's right. There's a remote for the Batmobile.
Main gate's open, get ready. You got $1 billion tank heading straight for you. We've deployed a diamond back to the main courtyard, sir.
Sure, because that's how physics works.
Their optimism. The 10mm cannon will penetrate these heavily armored units, but it'll take a few direct hits to destroy them.
Alright. Imagine they made a Deathstroke game. Oh my god. Because there was like only like one Deathstroke mission in Arkham Origins too, and it was great.
Keep non-essential radio chatter to a minimum. You'll be listening. You are listening, aren't you, Batman?
If you get time, can you please look up Sauron from Marvel, please? We will see if I get time.
Operation Savior has begun. Each one of you has a role, and each of you knows your role. So move out of this damn city and lock it down. I want our hands wrapped tight around Gotham's throat within the hour.
But I assume I have to move the crane now. And I get out just like that. Is that the Superman vs. Batman outfit? Yes, it is. It is. Last stream we used the Robert Pattinson outfit. I guess I'm just kind of going back in time. What the hell am I doing? Isn't that what I want to do? No, I want to move it over here. Ever watch Batman Beyond? Yes. Show and the movie. I want to stay just like that. Alrighty. Watched as a kid? I did too. I haven't watched it in a while. I should pick it back up. That one just glitch? There we go. Now you're gone. Ah! Shit! Oh, I completely forgot I had missile barrage. Bruce Wayne is oh yeah, he's a dick. That guy's a dickhead. Yeah, more or less.
I just hope I survive long enough to see Bane. I'm not afraid of the bat. Tank or no tank. I'm telling you, he's coming for us.
The thing that never tells what happened to Batman's villains is Batman Beyond. He never tells. Actually, there's a little bit to it. So, Bane. Obviously, Joker dies. So, oh, Green Lantern and Sandman. Green Lantern makes Fan blow Sandman away. So, like with Bane, Venom had ruined Bane's body to the point where he's like completely turned into a vegetable. And by I don't mean like he turned into like a head of cabbage. I mean like his body is limp. He has no motor function anymore. So like Terry was talking to Bruce. He's like, Bane was one of the toughest villains in my rogues gallery. I barely came away with my life a couple of times. He's not to be messed with. Terry goes in to finally meet Bane, and there's this like butler of type of character, and Butler's talking to him. He's like, "Oh, Bane, yeah, he's right over here, and he's like hooked up to like all these machines because his body is just failing because Venom destroyed his entire body." He's like, "This is what Bane is now. This is what Venom did to him over decades of use. He can't function. If Venom gets put into his body, he dies, and he's stuck there." So, yeah, that's one thing that happened with Bane. I know, Firefighter or the hose would win against Sandman, and both of us know why. Yes, he'd stick the hose right up Sandman's. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Is there nothing to do? Oh yeah, there's this. So it's not what I wanted. Yeah, that's what I want. Explosive gel. Venom made him weak. He should have never took it. Exactly. I'm just gonna guess this is what I want to do. Aha! I have a brain. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. let's go ahead.
That's 2 dead workers now. I should have stopped this.
And
Batman,
I feel like Venom is based on steroids. I think
I've been
you're onto
talking
something with
Robin.
that.
I really think you should consider letting him help you. You're up against an entire army.
She's right. We're a team. This city needs both of us.
I can handle it, Robin. I've told you what you have to do. Now do it.
This can wait.
No,
What
it
in the
can't.
Rick
You
Grayson
know
looking
what's at
fuck?
stake. I need you to stay focused, or things will get
What did they do to my boy
much
Tim?
worse.
Tim looks like fucking Rick Grayson.
He only wants to help.
Don't let your feelings for him cloud your judgment.
You
Like,
think I want him out there in harm's
you
way?
tell me that Rick
Robin should
Grayson,
stay out of it, but he could
when
help
Dick
you.
Grayson went through his
If Robin
dumb
can
Rick
save the
Grayson
city,
arc.
the fallout will be every bit
Like,
as
look at
dangerous
this.
as Scarecrow's bomb.
That's Nightwing. That's Dick Grayson. When he's doing his Rick Grayson bullshit. That's Tim in this game. Look at how they massacred my boy. They massacred my boy. That's why we use the new 52 suit. Because I don't want to have Tim look like that. Like, that's what I mean, like... Tim looks like the guy from Fight Club. Ed Norton or Brad Pitt. Oh yeah, Brad Pitt at the end of the movie, yeah, he shaves his head. No joke, no joke. I just saw Fight Club for the first time like a week ago. I don't even think it was a week ago. It might have been Sunday. It was the very first time I'd watched Fight Club. I'd never seen it. It was weird. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen Fight Club. And suddenly, it's like, I'm watching it and I'm like, I've never seen this. I could have sworn I watched it, but I didn't. I'm like, holy shit. What's the rule? One rule of Fight Club? You know, you're talking about it. What's the second rule of it? Yeah, I did see that movie. It's a great movie. I have seen it. I just watched it like a week ago. I didn't watch it like 10 years ago. Alright, there we go. Oh, I want to use the winch. Okay. Damn it. Brad Pitt is the split personality. Other way around. Brad Pitt is the split personality. Edward Norton is the real person. Spoilers to those who have never seen Fight Club. For the record, I knew the spoiler before watching the movie. And it was not nearly as... it was nowhere ruined, despite me knowing the spoiler. It was still just as good, is what I'm trying to say. Am I forgetting how to slide? Do I not slide anymore? You apparently don't slide in this game.
That's 3 dead now. These animals are going to pay.
Ever seen Bullet Train? Yes! I love Bullet Train! Oh my god. Motherfucking Diesel. Motherfucking Diesel. Oh my god. Bullet Train is one of my favorite movies from 2022.
This elevator.
Seen Walking Dead up to a point. I had to stop watching it after a while. I just got so tired of the same storyline every fucking time. Last episode I watched was Do you guys care if I spoil part of Walking Dead? Do you guys mind if I spoil part of it? Been a while, cousin. Like 20 hours? Yeah, something like that.
Ground forces, Founders Island is under our control. Watchtowers and checkpoints are fully operational. I will attack units on Miagani now. Give me a drone patrolling every
And...
back out.
So, if you don't want to hear my spoiler for, Oh, wait, I want to go down, don't I? No, I can't. Because I'm pulling up the elevator, right. So, when I do this, I'm done with my spoiler.
This is as high as the elevator will go.
And that is... Ready? Mute in 3, 2, 1. Alright, last chance. So it was the episode that Carl dies. That was the last episode I watched. When Carl died, I was done. Plain and simple. Wait, I'm supposed to get in there, aren't I? That was the last episode of The Walking Dead I ever watched. So, ready? And we're unmuted. I think it's Shane. Shane was cool.
This is as high as the elevator will go. This is as high as the elevator will go.
And yes, I know that the actor who played Shane went on to play the Punisher. Before anybody asks, I do know. I am aware of that. It kind of sucked that he died. I mean, yeah, but he was also a bit of a dick. Damn it. So, like, yeah, it sucks that Shane died, but he also, like, had it coming.
It's a bad idea to drop the elevator while I'm still inside it.
Oh, you'll survive. Do you know how I know he'll survive? Because he's Batman. Merle was a dick. Merle was fucking great, man. Merle was hilarious. I loved Tyrese. I really liked Tyrese. He was a cool character. The thing is that whenever a character became the humanitarian, they always died. That character always died. At first it was Dale. Dale dies in season 1. Or was it season 2? It might have been season 2. And then it becomes Herschel. And Herschel gets killed by the governor. And then the only character like became the humanitarian that never died was like Gabriel. But I stopped watching when I mentioned the episode that I mentioned earlier. That's the last episode I ever watched. When I watched that episode, I'm like, you know what, I'm done. Wasn't even my favorite character, but I was just like, you know what, I'm done. And I haven't watched it since. And I have no desire to go back to it. I got Walking Dead out. I caught up to season... I watched it for... I started watching it when season 4 had come out on Netflix. And my family and I binged seasons 1 through 4 in like a week. And then we watched like every episode for like the next 3 or 4 seasons. The day it came out. No, like Governor because he killed Little's daughter. I loved the Governor as villain. Unpopular opinion, the Governor was more entertaining than Negan. I said it. Fun fact also, Negan from The Walking Dead plays Thomas Wayne in Batman vs. Superman. And Lauren Cohen, who plays Maggie in The Walking Dead, plays Martha Wayne in Batman vs. Superman. Negan and Maggie play Bruce Wayne's parents in Batman vs. Superman. Rewatch the intro to the movie, it's Negan and Maggie. Shane saved Carlos, so you have to give him that. Yeah, no, Shane did a lot of the right things, but he was way too extreme. He was losing his humanity. Plus, the show had to get rid of him because of the drama between him, Lori, and Carl, and Judith, and all that, Rick, and all them. Like, there was that whole thing. There was always the question of, like, is Judith Shane or Rick's kid? Because the math works out that it could have been either of theirs. Have you seen Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Yes, I have. I was a big Sonic fan when I was a kid, and when I saw the Sonic movie was coming out and they were actually going to fix how Sonic looked, I had to watch it, and I was so pleasantly happy. I watched the second one in theaters, I loved it, and I cannot wait for the third one. It makes sense that someone will lose his mind in the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, that makes sense. I couldn't keep watching it when it's just like, hey, what's this season about? Well, they just lost that one, they were just living at that one place that got overrun by zombies, so now they're on the run looking for this other place that's going to be overrun with zombies. And they're going to find this, you know, guy who's already there, and this person's going to, you know, try to hurt them. And they're going to take over this place, and they're going to defend it in the season finale and lose it and go right back to being nomads again. And then they went to Alexandria for like 17 seasons. And then somehow that made it boring. So I'm very much a damned if it did, damned if it didn't kind of viewer of Walking Dead. I just could not be pleased. Saw both Sonic movies in the theaters. I mean, yeah, Sonic was phenomenal. Have you seen Ted? Not the show. I have not seen the show, I've seen the movies. I've heard the show is phenomenal. I've heard the show is really funny. But no, I've only seen the Ted movies.
You're safe now.
You don't know the half of it, Batman.
Stay calm and tell me what you know.
They've been running the plant for hours. They brought in trucks, weapons, soldiers, shipments of hazardous materials. They knew exactly what they were doing.
He's producing.
Part 1 of Ted is your favorite?
massive
Ted is just so much fun.
Real bad. We're talking about a
Have you seen Dune? I've seen the first part. I have not seen part 2 yet. And I've not read the book, so I don't know what's going on. So please,
I got no idea.
no spoilers.
All I know is he's
When he's fighting John, yeah. Or when he's fighting the...
screwed, Batman.
Oh, I love
Getting you
Ted.
out of here.
Ted is so
Get
much
to the
fun.
elevator.
I got you, motherfucker.
Have you found Scarecrow?
Not yet. It's worse than I thought.
How much worse can it be?
He's building a bomb big enough to cover the entire East Coast in fear toxin.
Flash.
Get your men and get out of here. Head to GCPD and lock it down. Keep everyone inside.
I watched part 1 or part 2 of Dude.
Streets, but I'm going
They're
nowhere.
great.
You bring anyone you
I can't speak to how good of adaptations they are, because I've never read the book. I never owned it.
know you will.
I literally just bought the audiobook for Dune today, and I haven't started it yet because I'm listening to Braving the Elements, the Avatar podcast. From my friend, to speak to you secondhand from my buddy, it is a very good adaptation, on par with that of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Flash Gordon's a real movie? Yes, I know Flash Gordon is a real movie. Yeah, I know. They didn't just make Flash Gordon up for the movie for Ted. You know, the guy who played Ted was the voice actor for Peter Griffin? Yep, Seth MacFarlane. He also helped make the Ted movies and the Ted show. He also did a movie called Million Days to Die in the West, which was hilariously underrated. If you haven't seen Million Ways to Die in the West, it's pretty funny. Seth MacFarlane will trash it, but it's funny. Have you seen Bad Boys for Life? Not for life. I've seen Bad Boys 1 and 2, though. Even Joe was in there. Even Joe. Oh, yeah. You mean, hey, Peter. Peter, I'm not handicapped. I'm crippled. Peter. Yeah, Peter. Peter. Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I've seen every Tarantino movie, so yes. I have seen it. I have seen all Tarantino movies. Django Unchained is the best. Before you ask. The worst is Death Proof. Grindhouse Death Proof is the worst. Favorite part is when he's cleaning the chair. When he's cleaning the chair. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, cleaning the chair. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Bad Boys Ride or Die. That's Bad Boys 4. They're doing Bad Boys 4? Martin Lawrence, Will Smith. They're doing a Bad Boys 4? I haven't even seen Bad Boys 3. Honestly, I forget they even made Bad Boys 3. I came in through this way, didn't I? Yes. This is my chair. This is my chair. You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris? Oh, they don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese? Nah, they got the metric system there. They don't know what the fuck a quarter pounder is. That's what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris. They call it a Royale with cheese. Royale with cheese. Bad Boy is more like Kick-Ass. I like the Aaron Taylor Johnson teenager actually tries to be a superhero but fucks up hilariously movie that I think is overrated. I have not seen the trailer of Bad Boys 4. I didn't even know they were making Bad Boys 4. And I'll be honest, I didn't love the first two movies. I enjoyed them. I don't seek them out.
I need to find a way to raise this elevator.
Oh, the elevator's not even moving. Shit.
It's moving. How are you doing that? Who cares? I'm just happy to be getting out of here.
Do you want to watch Godzilla vs. Kong, the new Empire, Kevin? Yes, but I want to catch up on those movies. I've only ever seen the Godzilla movie from like 2014. That's the only one I watched. Teenage Ninja Turtles vs. Deathstroke. Who do you think will win? TMNT, bruh.
Alfred.
I saw, Sam. Initial scans indicate that the craft is unmanned and being
Oh,
controlled
it's going,
remotely.
Weapons lock deactivated.
Come on then, hero! Let's see if you can keep up with me!
Ah, motherfucker. One second. I'll get to those in just a second. I just want to focus on taking down the Arkham Knight's helicopter here. A motherfucker.
So, you still not lost your touch? Good. It's gonna make this so much more interesting.
I'll get to those in just a minute. I want to make sure I take out the chopper here. Son of a bitch. What is this music? The Flight of the Bumblebee?
But then, you just hold back.
Got it. Alright, who's my favorite Ninja Turtle? Donnie. Donatello. Like 2003 Shredder, Power Ranger would win against Deathstroke. And then Power Rangers win against Deathstroke just because they have a Megazord.
Tanks all over the city.
Make sure you shoot the rockets. Yeah.
If I don't stop Scarecrow's bomb, there'll be no city to save.
Yeah, I know. What am I supposed to do without it when I get out of here? Why did Bane become a villain? I forget the specific origins. It's something along the lines of, like every other Batman villain, he's trying to prove that he's superior in so many certain ways to Batman bullshit. Ah, I see. I'm not supposed to do it like that. Okay. Why did Riddler, I assume Riddler, become a villain? Like every other Batman villain, he tries to prove he's better in a certain way. In this case, it's intelligence. He tries to prove that he's smarter than Batman. Have you seen Back to the Future? Yes, I have seen all the Back to the Future movies many times. They are phenomenal. Am I supposed to go back in there? How long am I supposed to be on fucking Ace Chemicals? Ugh. Are you fucking kidding me? So Max is, if I were to go, I want to be. Have I seen The Hitman's Bodyguard? Yes, I have seen The Hitman's Bodyguard. I have not seen The Hitman Bodyguard's wife, though. I've only seen the first one. It was funny. Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, it's funny.
All remaining units, final evacuation is Is it true they...
Freud's Killer Croc. Which Batman villain had the worst life? Oh yeah, Killer Croc. His life was fucked, man.
This guy? Yeah, but we can't. Orders say to keep him alive. Why? Who knows? Collateral, maybe? What, this guy? Yeah, good point. Maybe just...
Batman villain with the worst life. And Croc had it bad. He's up there, for sure. King Kong or the Lizard? King Kong. Lizard ain't doing shit.
Can I get some help here? Thank God you're here.
Does he ever become human again? In some stories he's promised to become human again. But I don't think he ever does.
Keep your guns trained on him. If he even looks like he's planning to leave that room, open fire. Oh, and avoid the bat symbol. It's a little trick. It's where his armor's the strongest. Aim for the weak spots, the shoulders first, then coordinate fire at the points where the plates meet.
Please.
You say something?
Leave him out of this.
Yes, I know who it is.
The weak and the helpless. That's what I like about you.
Hulkbuster or King Kong? Didn't we do this one?
We know your move before you do. We know how you think.
Do you know what I'm thinking right now?
I'll go Kong, just for his sheer size. Seen the Arkham Knight boss in battle in YouTube?
No.
Yeah, it's
I'm
good.
just trying to decide which one of you I'm going to take out first.
And just so we're both on the same page here, I fully intend to kill you. But first,
Yep.
we're gonna make you suffer. We have the target. Just say the word and I'll end this now. Gotham will be ours. You don't understand. There are no seconds. Don't come any closer.
Oh, I'm supposed to be doing something. Okay. Imagine scenes where he says "fuck you" to Batman. I mean, that's half of the Titans TV show. He played as the Arkham Knight in Art and Justice. Awesome.
Batman, just give up.
And there we go. All right, Max, buddy.
He talked like he knew you.
It's okay. You're safe.
You're too late. We're both already dead. You know about the bomb he's building, right?
Where is he?
I heard him saying he's in the central mixing chamber. You know what that means?
He's getting ready to release the toxin.
I've seen what that stuff does to people.
I'm gonna grab
If
something
that
to drink. I'll
gas
be right
gets
back.
out there, it will be chaos.
I won't let that happen. Wait by the Batmobile. I'll get you out of here. Jim, I've rescued the second worker. I'm coming to you.
What about Scarecrow?
He's in the central mixing chamber. As soon as the technicians are safe, I'm going after him.
Is it as bad as it sounds?
Worse, Jim. But I'll stop him. You have my word.
Alrighty. Did not grab a beer. I grabbed a root beer. My mini fridge doesn't have any beer in it. Play Japanese horror games? No, not Japanese horror games. Like 2013 or 2012 real right there. My room looks like 2012. What is it about my room that looks 2012, 2013 right now? I'll wait. Oh, wait. I'm not mad. I'm just curious. Just looks. You want to know a secret about my room? Obviously, I work a day job. My day job, I work from home. Maybe we should do a house tour? Not a house tour, but I can do a room tour. Here's my phone. Here's my phone. So, I work from home. There's the only real detail you need to know about my job. Working from home, I work in this room. It is my bedroom. It is my studio. It is my office. It's everything. I'm in this room mathematically more than I am not. Work when you want it from home. I love it. If you can do it, do it. I love it. Cause I don't spend a second nor a dime on my commute to work. Quite literally, it is quicker for me to go from my bed to work in the morning than it is to get from bed to my dresser. I love it. You know what my commute is? Going from this tab to this tab. That's it. And so, that being said, I spend at minimum 14 hours a day in this room. Why not a house tour? Just not trying to be mean. Because this is not my house. I work a full-time job. I am 25 years old. This is my parents' house. Full disclosure. This is my bedroom and my office. I will show you this room. But I will not show you anything outside that door. The one on the right. Behind the trombone. The only thing I'll show you behind that door is what is immediately behind that door. Anything else just happens to be there. And I didn't necessarily mean to show you. You might see it, but I'm not really going to show you. For the record, anything behind that door in that room behind you is just an exercise room. Anyways. Clear up some tabs on my phone here. For some reason I have like 5 of the same tab up on my phone. There we go. Show the collection? Yeah, I'll show the collection. Give me a second. I'm going to take my headphones off because I wear these things way too much. So, just a heads up, the microphone's going to stay here on the desk. So, there's the microphone, and it's going to stay on the desk. So as I walk around the room, I'm going to get quieter just because I'm going to get away from the microphone. Just a heads up. But first things first. Is it not going to show? Fan of Avatar? I'm a massive fan of Avatar. Is it not going to... There it is. Boom.
Boom.
Didn't mean
in a bad way. I didn't take it in a bad way.
There it is.
There it is. That's my view.
There's
the right, and then you see my ring light.
It's broken.
It's broken. So it sits on the microphone boom arm. I got three of my instruments back here. Guitar 1, guitar 2, bass 1. And then there's another bass immediately to my right with a cheapo electric drum set. Some extra water down by my foot. And then there's the PC. Humming underneath the desk. The desk is a standing desk. Just about a push of a button. It rises.
Third monitor.
Just running Spotify and Cookie Clicker. That's it. Fun facts. Cookie Clicker is usually always running. I'm not gonna lie. I have it automated.
Up here, bunch of books on music. I have a degree in music. You'll see that in a minute. So I keep a lot of books on music up here at the ready. The ones in the gray containers are active like music books that have actual music to play in them. Everything else is
wait, does this have a microphone?
Oh, this is a microphone. There. So now, then with this as well, all the books in the middle are going to be more like textbooks. And then from that green, these 3 books kind of right there, those are more just like general music books. Music Lesson, Wagner, and Practical Guide to Become a Composer. Just some fun books for music. But the other side is the comic collection. This is Marvel and DC stuff. Mostly DC, because like I've always said, I'm more of a DC fan. So DCL's on the left, and then Marvel's on the right, starting with Daredevil Born Again. That's where it transitions. This is not all of my comics. These are just my favorites. The only space that's missing here is from my Batman Dini omnibus that I'm currently finishing to read. Then, of course, you have the bookshelf. My Avatar shelf, which is about to double or triple in size tomorrow when I get my next shipment of books in. So yesterday I had just gotten those 2 smaller comics for Toph Beifong's Metal Bending Academy and Azula and the Spirit Temple. Highly suggest these 3 books here on the right. These Legacy of the Fire Nation and Avatar Chronicles. Then, of course, my entirety of Avatar on DVD. Red Tornado comic book. Yeah, probably. I probably should. And then my novels. I have the Ahsoka Tano novel, which I highly recommend for any Star Wars fan. The entirety of a series called Maximum Ride by James Patterson was my favorite as a kid. And then, of course, the Hunger Games, a few language learning books, a couple genuinely good like self-help business type books like 4-Hour Work Week and Start With Why, Edgar Allan Poe, Secret History of Wonder Woman, a couple of my Bibles. Middle shelf is mostly like yearbooks and Pokemon cards. My brother, all the cards I basically have are ones that my brother got me. So it's not much of a collection. It's literally all I own. And then the bottom shelf, I have Aragon, Narnia, Hobbit, Silmarillion, some Warcraft manga, Percy Jackson, books 1 through 5, and Harry Potter. My ukulele. And then, for the record, I'm not going to be able to read chat because my back is completely turned. So, just a heads up, I'm not going to be able to hear or read anything until I get back to the desk. Now we got all this stuff. So, Nintendo DS from my childhood, Game Boy Color from my childhood, and 2 3DSs, and then Pokemon Generation 3 in the containers. Little PlayStation thing, because I've been a PlayStation guy my whole life. That's a Night Before Christmas shadow box my mom made for me. Then you have Anthony Edwards. I'm a big Minnesota Timberwolves fan. It's our basketball team in my home state. This little brass coin was given to me when I was a college basketball player. That's one of my Eyes of Agamotto. I have 2. Big Doctor Strange fan. So that's pretty cool. I love Lilo and Stitch. This was a lamp that's been broken for many years. But it is just one of the coolest things ever to me. Then you have the top shelf, Batman mask, couple Kyber crystals, some cool coins I've had, Aang, Ahsoka Tano, second set of lightsabers, this cool little astromech droid, and a couple of holocrons. More lightsabers. Vintage Omnitrixes. That's a Back to the Future real life newspaper made from the day that Marty McFly goes back into the future. When that day really came around, USA Today made a real fake newspaper cover. So that's a real newspaper with a fake cover to match that of the movie. I got it at a booth for like $25. It's awesome. So that's a real newspaper. When you open it up, everything that isn't Back to the Future related is real news. And then that is the Scarlet Witch's tiara from Multiverse of Madness. Down here is Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber. Oh, yeah, of course, Ahsoka Tano Clone Wars era, and then the silver and gold one is it's a build-your-own lightsaber I made in Walt Disney World. That's a little pin you get for building it. Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber, a couple Harry Potter ones, a non-specific character on the bottom with the Elder Wand on top, another Aang, and then the Eternals. I'm actually an Eternals fan, so I enjoyed the movie, and I saw this at a GameStop for like $35, had to pick it up. Trico and Snivy. Snivy's buried in the corner. But Trico was my very first Pokemon, so I naturally have a plush of him. In the Pokemon box is the Kanto region gym badges, That is a magnetic blue scarab for Blue Beetle. And then a second die of Agamotto, a brass sling ring, Mordo's gauntlets, and Rintra's bracers with cloak of levitation pins for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And that's everything in the shelf, that is. And, of course, on top of... We've pulled this out a couple of times, but... The Nano Gauntlet. It's too big for my hands. Or it's too small for my hand. My hand is too big for it, so it doesn't fit. I can't snap it. And then... behind, you can see kind of behind a little bit, there's some, like, DVDs and movies and such. That's a mute for my trombone. Those are bags and boards for my comics and penny sleeves for my record collection. There is my record player. And there are my records. And that, right here, is my degree that I got for music theory and composition. I got a bachelor's degree in music theory and composition. And then, for all of you that are curious of where I make my long form videos, if you do a 180, I record them on this dresser. If you do a 180, you got the comic wall. There's an accents to the bedroom. I'll kind of start from the top. You guys can take a look. What's really cool about the Spawn books, they were gifted by my dad when he bought them in 1993 when they first came out. They have never been opened. They have never been read. And I currently own issues numbers 1 through 25, and I own 1 through 6 as well digitally, so I've read them without having to open them. But, of course, Tales and Teen Titans, Nightwing is my favorite DC character, so naturally I own the first ever appearance of Nightwing. And the rest of these, the reason they were chosen is just because I think the covers looked cool. That's quite literally the only reason. Most of which is DC, but there's Marvel and DC in every row. And kind of going down. These are ones you're never going to see in the videos just because they're too far to the ground. And my cat, I don't know if you can see this, but my cat started attacking my comic books, so there's these bottom ones are getting claw marks in them. But, yeah. That's the comic wall. That's just a closet. You don't need to see what's in there. There's, I mean, it's not that it's embarrassing or anything. It's just full of storage and shit. So. And then, if you're so curious, I will show a little bit outside this bedroom. I played a lot of basketball. And so I held on to a lot of mementos. So I'm going to go quiet. I'm just going to show you kind of what's back there. But you're not probably going to be able to hear me. So just a heads up about that because the microphone has to stay here. That's me from high school. My my teammate's dad made these for me and the other two seniors who were on the team. So, hey, there's 18-year-old Kevin. No beard, short hair, going for a rebound. So, yeah. You're probably not going to be able to hear me very well, if at all, when I go outside the room. So there it is. What'd you guys think? There you go. There's the room tour. Cool, not cool. Cool. So, out there, the basketball stuff, like, obviously I didn't play basketball at all. Clipped lightsabers to my pants? Yes, but I needed a special attachment, which was somewhere. I don't know where they are. I moved, and so they're here. I just don't know where they are. 2017. I'm class of 2017. 7 years ago. So, that state championship medal and all that stuff, that photo, that whole box had the pair of socks on it. The day that we won that championship was 7 years ago Monday was the day we won the championship. It was March 25th, 2017. And so that was 7 years ago Monday we won the whole thing. And it was probably one of the greatest days of my life. It's probably going to finish as probably top 5 day of my life by when I die. It was amazing. Used to play basketball in 4th grade. It's so much fun. I love basketball. I would stream playing NBA 2K, but I don't think any guys are going to like NBA 2K. You guys are... It's not really a sports channel. Like, I know the NBA almost as well as I know comics and Avatar. I know my shit when it comes to the NBA. Just going to kind of adjust this a little bit. For the record, the GOAT, the greatest of all time when it comes to basketball, is Michael Jordan. It's not LeBron James. Don't let anybody tell you different. It's Michael Jordan. He used to play baseball, but I'm pretty sure I did in 2015 or 16 got kicked out of that. What happened to baseball? Used to play more baseball. Like, what got you kicked out of baseball? If you don't mind me asking, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. But I mean, basketball's like, but yeah, I keep all the basketball stuff kind of out of the room, and the reason I do that is because, as you saw, the other room is like a workout room. I thought that keeping the basketball stuff kind of out in the other room will fit that better, and then I can keep all the nerdy shit in here. Used to play baseball too. Oh, remember getting kicked out of PE because I was trying to kick someone's ass. So, if I may, I have a short story. It was that senior year of high school. We ended up winning the championship that year. It was the beginning of the season, or towards the beginning of the season. And I will keep this person's name hidden. I will call him Derek. There was not a Derek on this roster. So, for the record, I will call this mystery person, this mystery teammate, Derek. Derek was... So, for some context... In the past, I had accidentally hurt one of my teammates in practice. This led to me getting more playing time because we played the same position. It was a freak accident. What it was, I was going up. It's probably the worst I ever felt in my entire life. I'm going up to block a shot that he is shooting, and I look up to follow the ball for the rebound. My arm stays up, elbow comes down into his mouth. And... it broke his mouth, broke the palate. The only thing that saved his palate in his teeth was his braces. That's it. It was the worst I ever felt in my entire life. It was a freak accident. Everyone present in practice saw it as a freak accident. And rumors spread because it's high school. This was my sophomore year, so this is 2015, 2 years prior. Rumors spread that I did it on purpose so that way I'd get more playing time because we played the same position. So with him injured, I'd get more playing time. That is true. Why the hell would I ever wish anything bad upon anybody, let alone a teammate? Yes, thank God he had braces. And this guy is the greatest teammate I ever had. And I have no problem saying his name. His name is Spencer. Fun fact, he went on to play offensive line for American football for Harvard University. Went there for not just athletics, by the way, and University of North Carolina Tar Heels. So he had a phenomenal college experience. So fast forward 2 years. These rumors had spread, and I thought this had died. Derek, this fake named teammate, there wasn't a Derek on my team, comes up to me, and basically we are getting into a little verbal disagreement. And I don't know what started it. I don't know. I was a very quiet player. I barely talked to anybody. I was just there to play basketball. That's all I really cared about. And I forget how it started, though we were talking shit, and it was like genuine talking shit. Like, for some reason he didn't like me and I didn't like him. And so Derek says something like, "Are you going to hurt me like you hurt Spencer?" And what I do is we're underneath a basket, and in a lot of gyms, underneath the basket, there's a pad against the wall. And that's so if a player's running full speed and they go in for a layup, or, you know, they're running full speed, and if they don't hit a hard wall, they hit a pad. We happened to be standing underneath the pad, or next to the pad. I grab him by the jersey, and I throw him against the pad. I say this because I thought through and I weighed the consequences. I'm like, I need to stand up for myself. I grab him by the jersey. I throw him into the basket, or throw him into the pad. Everyone stopped practice and they looked at us. And here's the thing. I never got angry. So if I was angry, it was a unwritten understanding, I guess, that whoever got me angry deserved it. Coach looks over at us and he's like, "Is everything okay?" "Yep, we're good, Coach." Look down at Derek. "We're good, Coach." Not a peep sense. Fun fact, Derek and I were roommates during the state tournament. Cool as can be. Like, genuine cool as can be. I don't know what was going on that day where he had jumped down my throat. Sometimes you gotta show somebody a lesson. Was he trying to do smoke? What was he trying to do? Smoke? My teammate? If you're talking about my teammate, no, we were just taking a jump shot and my elbow had landed into his mouth. That's Spencer. Spencer was the greatest teammate I ever had. Probably the greatest teammate I ever had. Like, in terms of, like, sacrifice for the guy next to you, I had phenomenal teammates all throughout high school and college. But Spencer sacrificed minutes in the championship for me. Like, I was having the game of my life, and Spencer was in foul trouble, and Spencer was asked to go in to relieve me, and he wouldn't do it because I was playing too well and he was in foul trouble. It made no sense, and no teammate ever did that for me. That up to then, nor since. So for that reason, that sacrifice, Spencer's the greatest teammate I ever had. Yep, Nick, he was being an asshole and wanted to start shit with me. Yeah. Remember in 2016, at the end of the year 6, I got into a wild brawl over a basket. Shit happens, man. I have the same story. I remember this kid used to bully me in PE. He was just talking shit and trying to piss me off, and one day I grabbed him and shook him. Yeah, sometimes you gotta teach a bitch a lesson. Sometimes you just gotta teach a lesson. So for me, I'm like, I might get kicked out of practice, but I ain't getting punked. And I was never really in fights. No one ever really fought me. Granted, I'm 6'8", 203 centimeters. Like, I am a tall motherfucker. This is like a 7.5 foot ceiling. And I'm in socks. Definitely learned his lesson. Sometimes people just need to be humbled. I have a funny college story. Last story, then we'll get back to Batman. I am a junior in college. It is 2019. We are in the locker room. We had just finished practice. We had a weight lift, in a couple of hours. So we all went out to go get lunch together, or dinner, or whatever we were getting. We're going out to get food together at the cafeteria. We showered after practice. We're going to the cafeteria. We're going to shower again. It's a lot of fucking showers. And so you're 9 in 2019. I was in my third year in college. I was 2021. So at this time I'm 25 now. We just finished practice, and I will not say this player's name. His name will be Donnie. His name's not really Donnie, but I'll call him Donnie. Donnie is a freshman who is starting, and it is a big deal if a freshman starts, let alone plays. And he was a great player, and is a great player. Donnie was getting a little bit of an ego. So what happens is there was a classic freshman hazing thing that we did. We didn't do any like really bad like freshman hazing. Like we didn't like have him run through the cafeteria naked or anything, any like stupid college movie. We didn't do anything like that. We just did subtle shit to each other, things siblings do to each other. And so what I do is something we've all experienced. I grab his towel and I throw it into the dusty rafters. That's all I do. Shit that's been done to me, shit that was done to everybody. I'm like, you know what? It's about time. I'm a veteran and I mess with a freshman. So I grabbed the towel, and I threw it in the dusty rafters. I had a teammate snitch on me and show him and tell on him that it was me. For the record, I did not take the snitching very well. I didn't talk to that teammate for a little while, and I lived with him. Donnie asks me, because we were sitting like just diagonal from each other in the cafeteria, and he's like, "Did you do that?" And me, I'm not a liar. I actually take a lot of pride in telling the truth. And I'm very much if I have nothing nice to say, I don't say anything at all. If I don't have anything nice to say, if I'm going to want to say something mean to you, I'm very much I say it how it is. And so he asked me that. Donnie's like, did you throw my towel in the rafters? I said, yes. I'm like, yeah, I did. He got me back good, and I took it. What he did, this is actually pretty funny, he hid all of my left shoes. So on top of our lockers, we had our basketball shoes. And everyone has like 5 pairs of shoes. At least, some people had like 20 or 30 pairs of shoes. But he took all of my left ones and he hid them all across the locker room. It was funny. I give him it. It was funny. And Nick, I'll get to your thing in just a second. I'm just going to finish my story really quick. And so we're about to go out for the weight lift, like an hour and a half later or whatever it was. And Donnie was looking at me. He's like, "I can tell you're looking for your shoes, Kev. Where are your shoes?" And I'm sitting here like, I don't care. I've been pranked before. And I have a question for you. And this is with the entire team, no coaches. No coaches were in the room at this point, but there was the entire team was in the locker room waiting. And so he's like, I got you, Kev. I got you. Looking for your shoes, huh? He's trying to, like, rile me up, get underneath my skin. And I'm sitting here like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to get my shoes back. Like, I'm good right now. I was already wearing my workout shoes. Like, I'm fine. I'm going to find my shoes, dude. I've been pranked before. And I had a question. I'm like, Donnie, I got a question for you. Are you the oldest, the young, or the middle, or the youngest child among your siblings? I know you have siblings. Are you the oldest, or are you the youngest, or are you in the middle? And he's like, I'm the oldest. And I sat there and I'm like, well, that answers that answers that. He's like, what? I'm like, you can't take a prank. You're the eldest child. Eldest children cannot take a prank. And here's how I know that. I am the youngest of two. I have one older brother. My older brother, for the record, his name is Brian. Brian, he's 2.5 years older than me. So he's about 28, I'm 25. Growing up 20 years ago, God, I feel old saying that. 20 years ago, he would do something to me, and I had to take it. Because my parents were actually very good about treating us fairly. So my brother would do some shit to me. All the time, he'd do shit to me. His friends would do shit to me. All the time. It was annoying. And so I would do the exact same thing back to him, and he'd go crying because I didn't do it very often. So whenever I pranked him, he didn't like it. He only liked it when he pranked. And so I saw the same face in Donnie. And I'm like, Donnie, you're the, like, he's like, I'm the eldest. I'm like, you don't take a prank. You cannot take a prank. And he's like, what do you mean? I can take a prank. I'm like, no, you can't. So you flipped your shit when I threw your towel in the rafters. I'm the youngest. I can take a prank because my older brother did this shit to me. The second I did something back to him, he'd flip his shit. Same way you are. As we're walking out to the weight room, one of my teammates, I'll give his real name. His name is Wes. Wes comes up to me. And Wes comes up and he says, bro, that was like so fucking true. He's like, I'm the middle child. My younger brother, pull all the shit on him. My older sister, God forbid. Or what, I forget what was, if he had an older brother, younger brother, I forget what gender his siblings were. But he's like, my younger sibling, so much shit pulled on him. My older sibling, God forbid. He's like, it's so true. And he never realized. And I'm like, yeah, because... Anyway, Nick, what do you say over here? Remember in Pacific Rim, there was a brawl in the movie where two blonde hair people had a wild punch-up. I've only seen Pacific Rim once, and it was like 10 years ago. So I don't remember a lot of Pacific Rim. You bitches need a leash. That's a funny line. I give it that. Twisted Childhood universe sucks. Yeah. You want to laugh at these movies and say, fuck this universe. It needs to be purged by the TVA. Oh, good lord. Anyways, that's enough of these stories. Let's go and hop right back into Vengeance. I'm gonna sit back down. Yes, back to Batman. The reason we're actually streaming. I might just keep investing in melee armor, like all the armor. That's what I always did in the other games. Might as well just stick to it, keep the pattern going. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks balls. It sucks dicks. It sucks diarrhea. Not diarrhea, man. Not diarrhea. What country is Mr. Beast in, Kevin? Country? United States. States? North Carolina. Nowhere close where I live. Nowhere close. I live in Minnesota. Mr. Beast is in North Carolina, United States. Wait a minute. Same country, yes. But everyone here, please remember, the United States is the third largest country by landmass, and the only two that are bigger have massive tundras in them, and those are Canada and Russia.
Hold tight. I'll get you to.
So in terms of like population covering the entire country, the United States is actually the largest by landmass because Canada and Russia have large uninhabitable areas. So here, let's look up how far away Minneapolis, Minnesota is from Raleigh, North Carolina. And you'll get an idea of how far away we actually are. Or actually, let's ask Google. Yes, I am in the same country as Robert Downey Jr. I don't know where the hell he is. I assume California. Hey, Google. How far away is Minneapolis, Minnesota from Raleigh, North Carolina?
If you drive, Minneapolis is 1,213 miles away from Raleigh.
1,200 miles. 1,200 fucking miles. Hey, Google. How many hours of a drive is it from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Raleigh, North Carolina?
With light traffic, it will take you 18 hours and 24 minutes to get to Raleigh from Minneapolis by car.
Rounding up, it's a 19-hour drive non-stop. Smokes from California will fuck the TCU so hard that white stuff is destroying the universe. Destroying their universe. The fuck the TCU so hard that white... I'm confused. Texas Central University? The Horned Frogs? You're from New York? Australia, I heard you guys have large spiders. Yeah, Australia, I heard you, like, everything tries to kill you down in Australia.
Oracle. Scarecrow is preparing the bomb in the central mixing chamber. I need a way in, and I need it now.
I'm working on it, but I'm gonna need a couple...
Twisted Childhood Universe. Oh, okay.
Find it, Barbara.
Patience is a virtue. You've heard that, right? Guess not.
When you said TCU, I immediately just thought the Horned Frogs, Central, like Texas Christian University or Texas Central, whatever the fuck the C is.
These two were lucky. Scarecrow's forces have murdered the other workers.
Bastards.
Take them back to GCPD, but be careful, Jim. There's militia all over Gotham.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to show Crane what happens when he messes with my city.
So we just have to go back into Ace Chemicals? Am I going to spend the entire fucking stream? Is the entire game in Ace Chemicals? Like, seriously. I'm going to this giant map. Where's half the beginning of the game?
Oracle, I need that route to
One building.
Running out of time.
You're not gonna like this. There's only one
There's a
entrance
YouTuber named
that's
Rag Ray
facing the
Reynolds.
inside.
Keep yapping about Australia
What about
doesn't
the service
exist.
tunnel?
It runs behind the main wall of the facility. I've
You know,
seen
there's
them.
an American joke that the state of Wyoming doesn't exist.
Improvise.
Do you know anybody from Wyoming? Have you ever met somebody from Wyoming? Have you ever seen a Wyoming license plate? I haven't. Wyoming doesn't exist. That's where they go to charge the birds, so they can keep, so the government can keep spying on us. Because every bird is a government drone. Ragray Reynolds is Swedish. Oh, I don't speak Swedish. Men jag kan snacka lite norsk. För det är pennaspråken och jag är lika glad norsk och keep saying Australia doesn't exist and kangaroos are fake. What do you think about that? What do you think about that one there, Nick? Switch his channel. Not on stream. I'll take a look at it, but not on stream.
Is the strike team ready? I'm with them now. The asset is a crucial element of my plan. Do not disappoint me. I never disappoint.
What do you think they're planning?
First, we need to focus on stopping Scarecrow. Then I'll deal with the knight.
I just searched Ragwig Reynolds. Okay. Oh wait, I want to drop that. Awesome. Beauty. Got him.
Batman, I think I found a weakness in those drone tanks. I'll investigate and report back soon.
The soldiers are covered by that sentry gun. I'll have to take them out quickly to avoid detection.
That looks like a tank. We are the finest army ever assembled, whereas he is just one man.
Do I like you? Yes. Why would I like you?
You really did go to the briefings. I hope we get the orders soon. I don't want to be inside of this place.
Right.
I need to get the car into this area before I can use it.
Are you serious? Oh, I see.
Technicians say these masks wouldn't be enough to stop all that gas.
Got it. And then, where do I go to open the doors? Yeah, Nick, is it true that you guys have large spiders? The reason I'm looking for a job, it's because I have plans to go to other countries. Yeah, you've talked about that before. It's delusional, so if you're commenting on his old videos, be careful because that guy fights back. If you guys get into a fight, don't get me into it because it'll be time waster for me. I don't get no fight. I don't do keyboard warrior shit.
We're all counting on you, Batman.
Huntsman spiders. I don't like spiders. Like it's not like a phobia. I just don't like spiders. Because those are like those are them big motherfuckers, aren't they? Like how much of the general like animal population in Australia actively is trying to kill you? What does your country look like, a city or island? What does your country look like, a city or an island? Alright. Island. Isn't Australia a continent and a country?
Right now, our client is preparing to engulf the city in a cloud of fear gas. Do not forget your training. Gas mask? Useless. Respirators? Useless. Only two things can keep you safe, men. Getting underground or as high as you can above. Exposure to toxin causes severe psychosis, and in extreme cases, self-harm. You've all
You do an Australian accent? I'm not. What the fuck? Controls are inverted. I'm just gonna destroy this thing. It's not breaking! Why was it breaking? Was country is DTDM in? I don't know what DTDM is. Could you please elaborate? That's a good question. What is one thing we all hate about the country we live in? Leave politics out of it. Least favorite non-political thing about your country. Is Dan TDM? I don't know where Dan TDM is. I'm not a Dan TDM fan. I mean, I guess America, but I very well could be wrong. Thing about your country is cops are assholes over here. Yeah. They can be at times. For me, I gotta be careful because I have family who are cops. Beaches in LA are nice. I've never been to California. I want to. I plan to go here soon. Probably here in a few months I plan to go to California, which would be cool. But I've never been to California. Ooh, yeah, food.
He's not bluffing, Bruce. I guess now we know why he evacuated the city.
He needed control of the plant.
I had to pay for things. I mean, I think that isn't that the case for like every country, just having to buy shit.
The fallout will be huge.
We played right into his hands. He didn't care if everyone ran.
He knew that no one would be able to escape the blast radius.
All remaining units, rendezvous at the station ground on the West Island now.
You should go to this Mexican restaurant in LA. Try the nachos and sour cream. It's bomb. What is the name of it? I will actually leave a note for myself. I won't be there until like at least 6 months. But if I remember to check my notes, I can see if I can stop by. Because I love Mexican food. Wish everything was free. Everything being free, a lot of things would lose their novelty. Like, why would we have, you know, like, for me, if it's in my opinion, if everything was free, then the joy of saving up to buy something goes away. It just flat out goes away. And there's a rule. I learned this my day one of high school economy. You learn an acronym. It's called TINSTAFL. TINSTAFL stands for there is no such thing as a free lunch. So what they mean by that is there's a lot of times where you're a businessman, entrepreneur, and people ask for your time and they say, "Hey, I'll treat you to a lunch," and you don't have to pay anything. No, that person has to pay their time. They have to pay their energy. They have to, there's a lot that they are spending in terms of opportunity cost to be at that lunch, even if they don't lose any dollars over it. So there is already no such thing of anything being free. So honestly, I think that's what's the word I'm looking for? Unexpected thing. We're actually having prices and having things cost money is a blessing in disguise because it creates the idea of novelty. Batman Arkham Knight, $60 game when it first came out. Imagine if everyone just got it for free. A lot of people would just pick it up, toss it to the side, and play it, never play it. But for people who saved up their allowance for the last 3 months to buy this game, put $60 on that counter in GameStop in 2015, guess what they were doing the whole weekend? That $60 gave them an experience of so much fun during the weekend. Now, that being said, those same fans would do the same thing if the game was free, but there's an idea of it being worth losing something to obtain it. And I think there's a novelty there that is unexpectedly invaluable. I hope that made sense. Just gonna clear my phone really quick. Yeah, Smoke, whenever you come up with the name of that restaurant, I would love to hear it. I love Mexican food. Love Mexican food. You know YouTuber Seaton Man of Legends? No. I don't know a lot of YouTubers. I might be on YouTube. I don't know a lot of YouTubers.
Gentlemen, I need to get the car into this area before I can use it.
Forever. The night it becomes a wasteland of nightmares. A forsaken symbol of Batman's failure.
I need to get the car into this area before I can use it.
Can I change the controls? I don't think I can change the controls. See, if I was playing on the keyboard, I could. Bullshit.
We're about to turn Gotham into the epicenter of a blast that will transform the entire eastern coast of America into my domain.
I need to stop the chemicals being loaded into the mixing chamber. Once I clear the room, I can focus on stopping the explosion.
Okay, guys, we need to be clear once the detonator starts.
Beta Ray Bill or Red Tornado? I give it to Beta Ray Bill.
That won't help, got it? Get to your rendezvous point before
But, I mean,
or you will be exposed.
my answer is... In every single one of these, my answer is always whoever the writer wants to win. That's the answer I'd never give. That's always true. Whoever the writer wants to win. Any character in comics can beat any character in comics with the correct writer.
Need I remind you that we are on a tight schedule here? Gotham is going to pay for what its savior did to me.
Keep the reactants flowing, people. When we're done, this factory will be the biggest chemical weapon the world has ever seen. Tube loading. Going back for another.
Five armed with 2 sentries.
Blast radius is at 31 miles and rising.
You guys okay? See anything? Report. Nothing. I don't like it. We're good. We're in control. Don't panic. Okay, just hold it together. We can do this.
Yaska brother, he lives in LA. Yep, take your time.
You
No
each
rush.
have been given a task. Complete that task and pray that you will not experience my fear toxin firsthand. The people of Gotham can run all they
They noticed the light.
But they will not avoid their fate. Come on! He's in the floor! Eyes down! Nothing we can do for him. We spread out, get revenge.
Emergency. Last radius set.
Can't answer right now. He's working. Oh, that's all good. No worries.
Doing? Almost there. Almost there.
Damn it.
We need to
Get
the car
out
into this area.
of cover.
Use it.
Each element you carry is vital to my plan. My target
That's vital to my plan.
Reflected
Steppenwolf or Red Tornado?
years of clinical trial. Which it enters the blood
Depends on how heavy Steppenwolf is.
only by the ferocity with which it takes hold.
But I'll probably give it to Tornado. No, I'll give it to Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf's axe is... It all depends on how strong you want to make Tornado's, tornadoes. And how heavy you want to make Steppenwolf and his axe.
Once released into the atmosphere, the gas cloud will cover the entire eastern seaboard. From there, it has the potential to reach the farthest corners of the continent. An entire nation gripped by fear. By my estimate, the fallout will last a century or more.
You know, Scarecrow's a dick.
The place is gonna blow. Yeah, what's up?
I'm so glad they didn't... I mean, obviously they couldn't because Joker's dead in the storyline right now. But, like... I'm so glad that it's not a Joker movie, or Joker game again. Love it, you could take submarines to other countries. You know, you can avoid tsunamis. You see, the thing is that a tsunami is just as dangerous underwater, aren't they? Like, just the riptide underneath is just gonna fuck anything up? Or is it, like, completely safe underwater? Plus, you don't want to be, like, submarines, I would hate to be in a fucking sub. Would hate it. Because those things are so small.
Forward to seeing you again. I know you're out there. The door is open. You're even more afraid than I anticipate.
Do you really think you've won? Fear makes you predictable. I am in complete control.
Hi, Saeed. How are you doing today?
How do I shut it down?
Let me go, or she dies.
Submarines are big. Would I like being in it? No. I have a small... I would say I have a small... small amount of claustrophobia. I really don't like being confined in a space.
Relax. No one knows I'm here.
You never went to Mexico? I went to Mexico for like a couple hours. I was on a cruise in the Caribbean, and one of our stops was in Mexico. That's it.
Like losing one of the family.
Or was that the name of the restaurant?
No one to blame but yourself.
Alfred.
I heard what that maniac said to you, sir. I've been trying to contact Miss Gordon, unfortunately with no success.
Keep trying.
Warning. Explosion imminent. Preparing neutralizing agent.
What are you doing? It's too late. You can't stop it.
I know. I'm not trying to stop it, but I can reduce the blast radius.
And what will happen to you?
That doesn't matter. Find her, Alfred.
Have I been to Japan? No. I really want to. I really would love to go to Japan. So much. I've been trying to learn Japanese. I haven't done it the last couple of weeks or so. But, like, I have flashcards here for basic hiragana and katakana. Just trying to completely internalize the characters. Like, that's na. Been to Japan. I have left the country. I have left the United States twice. I went on a Caribbean cruise. On this Caribbean cruise, it was 15 years ago. It was 2008. On this Caribbean cruise, I went to Haiti for a couple hours, Jamaica for a few hours, Grand Cayman for a few hours, and Mexico for a few hours. And then we went back up into Florida, and that was the cruise. The only other time I've left the United States, it was 2015, so this is about 9 years ago. I went to New York City with my dad. We got to enjoy New York City. We then drove out to Buffalo, or near Buffalo, and then we went north into Niagara. And I went to Canada side Niagara Falls. That's the only times I've ever left the United States. Watch out if you go to Japan or China, there's going to be... You guys play too many fucking video games and watch too many fucking movies. The Triad and Yakuza are... The Yakuza is Japanese mafia.
These canisters are highly volatile. I'm going to have to move slowly. Be very careful.
Sir, I urge you to reconsider. Evacuate now. If you're caught in that blast, you will die.
There's no other way, Alfred.
There's always a way, sir. Please.
They're real. They are real, but you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
You die here, and your legend dies with you.
Is it gonna be fine? Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry about the Yakuza. Don't go to America! They have gangs and corrupt police officers and... Yes, shit happens in the United States. Do you know what doesn't happen? All the fucking... Like, it doesn't always happen. It doesn't... Like, people make mountains out of molehills. Just because it exists doesn't mean it's, like, waiting for you 24/7.
You can't stop it.
I know. I'm not trying to stop it, but I can reduce the blast radius.
And what will happen?
Think you'll be fine to go to Japan and China? You'll be fine.
That doesn't matter. Find her, Alfred.
Neutralizing agents deployed.
These canisters are...
Yes, they mind your business. They mind their business. Exactly.
Be very careful.
Sir, I urge you to reconsider. Evacuate now. If you're caught in that blast, you will die.
There's no other way, Alfred.
Where am I supposed to go with this?
Always a way, sir. Please.
Is it different cities? Like, what's different cities?
Neutralizing agents deployed. Blast radius.
In your country, there's a lot of gangs. Yeah, there's... Because, Smokey, where'd you say you're from? You're from...
I have no idea.
You say New York or you said your brother lives in California.
Risks, Master Bruce. She'll be as angry as you are that she's allowed.
Japan has different cities. Yes. I'd love to go to all parts of Japan. Kyoto, Tokyo, Okinawa. It's not technically Japan. They don't like being called Japanese. Have I played Temple Run? Bro, I dominated Temple Run back in the day. And then now it's just full of ads. And now I'm sad. I played so much Temple Run. Kevin, where am I from? I am from the Twin Cities in Minnesota.
Not too fast.
So Minneapolis, St. Paul. Have I played Subway Surfers? Yes, of course I played Subway Surfers. Everyone's played Subway Surfers.
I'm monitoring that facility. You're out of time. I'm begging you, leave now.
It's what you taught me. Do the right thing. That's all that matters.
Master Bruce, I implore you. You must get out of there. If this is about Miss Gordon, you cannot blame yourself for what's happened. Save yourself before it's too late.
Goodbye, Alfred.
Like this if you cry every time. How far is it to get there? To where? To Minnesota? From how far away is Minnesota from where? Like California? To Japan? It's like a 13-hour flight to Japan from where I live. To Minnesota, where you're from. I live in Minnesota. I am in Minnesota right now.
Miss me?
Jump scare. You're confused? No, you're fine. I am from Minnesota. I currently live in Minnesota. I am currently in Minnesota. Where I live in Minnesota is the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul. It's the capital and the major city of Minnesota. Capital being St. Paul, the major city being Minneapolis. Similar to like Illinois. Chicago's the main city, but Springfield is the capital. Missouri, you have Jefferson City as the capital, but St. Louis and Kansas City are the two large cities. What nationality am I? I am American. I don't have heritage, really. My dad was adopted, so my dad didn't bring a lot of heritage with him. My dad's adoptive parents were Czechoslovakian, but they were raised as Swedes. So I have but my dad didn't raise me the way he was raised, like a Swede. My mom, kind of like, her family didn't have a bunch of heritage that she brought with her. So I'm just American. Boring American. Like all the countries that my heritage comes from, if you want to like be technical, the countries I'm connected to are like England, Germany, Scotland, Ireland, Sweden, Norway, Czechoslovakia, and that's not even America. Like that's all where I come from. Friend in high school and primary school called Nick the Nick in primary school, and it's spelled N-I-K. Cool. Fun fact is I was nicknamed Nick a lot as well, just because I looked like a Nick. For some reason, 3 separate people in my life, unrelated to each other, thought my name was Nick. I was at a summer camp, I had a friend, said I looked like a Nick, called me Nick or Nicholas the entire week. The entire time he called me Nicholas or Nick. Then, and 2 times when I was a freshman in college, I was in a marketing class, and I was called Nick. There was not another Nick in the class, and I was called Nick. And then, like a couple weeks later, I was in a music rehearsal, and my band director, my advisor, the teacher of all teachers to me, called me Nick again. And then from then on, it was an inside joke that when I was in rehearsal, my name was Nick. Mexican, Irish, Portuguese, German, and French. Cool. Well, I've been to 3 countries. Which countries? And your friend Ryan looks like an atom. Yeah. Like,
Great. How the hell am I supposed to get in?
It's weird how it works.
Analyzed. Identification confirmed. Welcome, Commissioner Gordon.
Unbelievable.
Grandfather was in World War II. World War III? What? Grandfather was in World War II. Same. My grandfather was in World War II. Japan, America, New Zealand. 3 countries you've been to. Bro, you're so lucky. My grandfather joined the Navy just after Pearl Harbor.
What the hell is this place?
When did I go first person? This looks like it would be like Calendar Man.
Commissioner, thank God. You have to get me out of here. They've locked me up. Running tests
Henry
on
Adams.
some kind of guinea pig.
Used to microphone.
Something wrong with me.
That's whatever. Went to America on December 14, came back January 15. How do you like America? And a lot of people never understood Calendar Man. And Calendar Man's weird, I'll be honest. This isn't Calendar Man. Calendar Man's name is Julius Day. So, that's not Calendar Man. I don't know who Henry Adams is. Pardon me, it's not the ventriloquist. Loved America. Awesome. I'm glad you, because I know a lot of people shit on America.
Miss me already, Bats? Oh, it's you, Commissioner Boredom. What have you done with my
Christina
soulmate?
Bell.
If you try to come between us,
He could really predict the future.
I'll carve you a smile
His crimes just came on like holidays, and he themed his crimes around holidays. Yeah, he knows a lot. Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Johnny Charisma.
You are the police commissioner. Your face was on that billboard they replaced with mine. What are you waiting for, old timer? Johnny.
The one thing I give Calendar Man, give me a second here. In The Long Halloween, he is so creepy. In the best way possible. Where's Calendar Man? Calendar Man doesn't even do anything. He doesn't even attack Batman. It's more than that. It's not. He's a great villain, but he's definitely interesting. I would love to see like a great Calendar Man story. There he is. There he is. There's the bastard. Like, that is just inherently creepy. Uncanny Valley shit. What's wrong with his head? He tattooed dates around his head. And you got Scarecrow. Scarecrow's a cool character. I love Scarecrow. One of my favorite Batman villains. Like, that's all Calendar Man. Like he's weird. Fun fact, The Long Halloween is what Robert Pattinson's Batman movie was based on. Mostly. And if you read the comic, it becomes painfully obvious.
I'm glad you came, Jim. You need to see this.
Where's Belgium, Kevin? Europe. I think it's like Mid-Eastern Europe kind of
Who are
area.
these people?
Kind of man would dress like a
Joker
bat.
sent his infected blood out to all the
A fucked up man.
I know. We tracked it all down. We missed some. How? Hospital errors. Transfusions that went unrecorded. 5 people were affected. Untreated. The blood's gestated too long. It's altering them. They're becoming...
Joker. My
Arkham City stuff.
It's a form of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, but mutated beyond anything on medical record.
What about that one? He doesn't look like the others.
Henry Adams. He's been infected the longest, but he's symptomless. Immune to Joker's blood. I've got Robin running tests to find out why.
Do you know Batman's greatest villain?
One thing's for certain.
Chafing?
Henry's the key to all this.
Friendship?
I've cooperated.
A good day?
I've done everything you asked.
Or are you looking for like Joker?
You said it would only take a few days.
You can't hold him here against his will.
We're close, Jim. We can't let him go until we save the others.
Wait. You said 5. I only count 4. There's one missing.
He'll be here soon.
The only way to beat Batman is to outsmart him. The only way to beat Batman is having a writer who doesn't like him.
Can you hear me, Bruce? Oh, don't act all surprised, Bats. You knew this was going to happen sooner or later. Me stuck deep inside you. Together, we're going to give the city what it deserves. A new Batman. A better Batman.
Joker?
A
Yeah.
darker one.
Stranger Etrigan? Strange can do some shit, man.
First,
Why does his head look like that? Someone never played Arkham City. In Arkham City, so to catch you up to speed, in Arkham Asylum, the first game of the series, the story order, not release order, story order, the games are Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knights. In Arkham Asylum, the first released game, second in the story, Joker effectively takes a form of Venom and becomes like this hulking creature. Not the Hulk, obviously, but becomes like this massive monster. Like, he looks like Bane, and he's just creepy. It was kind of stupid, if you ask me. And Batman beats him. And Joker tries to get him to become that sort of monster. And Batman's able to resist the ability and gets the... You've played the games? Yeah, so he had that ability. That carried over to Arkham City, where he's now poisoned by that. So his blood is poisoned. So he transfuses his blood into Batman and, like, all these hospitals in Gotham. And what you saw in that room was the leftover effects. Joker in this game, Joker's dead. Joker dies at the end of Arkham City. This is a hallucination.
Chemicals is still about to explode. You need to start looking out for yourself. After all, you're brooding for 2 now.
I need to escape base chemicals before it explodes. I need to escape base chemicals before it explodes. I need to escape base chemicals before it explodes.
Where's the door?
Warning, explosion imminent.
Where the fuck's the door?
I'm really here, and no, you can't kill me again. I'm playing for
I don't know. I don't feel like I can comment on that. He just looks like Joker. Oh my god! Why do they change controls?
No, I'm not talking about you. Big lump.
Not his sun-burning face. Hi, Parker.
All the subtlety and nuance of a napalm enema.
I don't know how to answer that. Gratuitous shot. There it is. I mean, what do you think if Joker had a son? Oh, if Joker had a son, I'm not a fan. It would just be a younger Joker.
It's okay, Alfred.
And we don't need that. The closest I think we'll ever get, and I think the closest we ever need to go, is Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, where Joker infects Tim Drake's mind to become a Joker.
Crane got away. I was exposed to his toxin.
Good Lord, are you all right? Remember what happened at the asylum?
It's okay. I had a bad reaction, but it's over now.
I've really got to hand it to Scarecrow. I've never been a fan of his concoctions up till now, but this match, it's intoxicating. It really brings out the me in you.
I wonder how the Joker took over Bruce's mind. It's the fear toxin. Batman's afraid of the Joker, so
Thanks, Alfred.
he's seeing the Joker after he inhaled the toxin.
Said you wouldn't let me down.
I need to speak to you.
Sure. What is it?
Meet me outside GCPD prisoner detention. I'm heading there now. Alfred, analyze the militia forces, troop deployments, equipment, movements. I want to know exactly what I'm up against.
Why is he afraid of the Joker? Why are you not afraid of the Joker? Like, because the Joker has done some shit, man. Plus, they wanted to pay Mark Hamill. And, you know, Joker's dead, so how do they bring Mark Hamill back? You know? So yes, for those who are unaware, that is Luke Skywalker playing the Joker. Why? Motherfucker, go away.
It's too dangerous. I need to take out the enemy vehicles before.
I would never be scared of a clown. That clown. It's not that he's a clown, it's that he's a psychopath.
We lost the drone unit in the cauldron.
Wait to see the look on his face when you tell him his daughter's been kidnapped. And it's all your fault.
Gotta go. Batman's here.
What's wrong?
Jim,
Come on, you're scaring me.
it's Barbara. She's been taken.
No. I spoke to her. She said she got out. She left hours ago.
Stay calm. We'll get her back.
Which one? Who's got my little girl?
Scarecrow. They took her from the clock tower.
All right, we need to go. There could be a clue, something that will lead us to her.
I'll follow. Stay in contact.
You've got to tell him it's your fault at some point, Bats. And the great thing is, I'll be standing right there when you do.
One thing he's scared of is the Joker. I think it's that, but subconsciously it's like he'll never admit it, but he's afraid of like losing his loved ones, like Alfred and each of the Robins.
Why did I let this happen?
There's no way you could have predicted this, Jim.
It's my job to predict.
If you were allowed to put some DC characters in Infinity War, you'd put in Red Tornado 2, Red Tornado, Etrigan, Martian Manhunter, Black Adam, Flash. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to put DC characters in Infinity War.
Up ahead, we've got company. Who are they?
Militia. I'll handle
Pursuing forces, this is Arkham Knight. Your priority is to apprehend
Oh, I have to
the Commissioner.
fucking just sideswipe them? Really?
Your priority is to
Boring.
apprehend the Commissioner. I want him alive. Let nothing stand in your way. Changing target. Vehicle down. Just one more to get.
When I put a cure of the fear toxin into Batman,
Open fire. And I'll let engaging target. Taking fire. That's it. That's the last of them. We're clear.
It's too dangerous, Jim. Get in the Batmobile. I'll take us to the clock tower.
Just get us there in one piece, Batman. We're running out of time.
I wonder if fear toxin is real. It sounds real. It's not. I assure you, it's not.
Sir, before
Are there hallucinogenics? Yes.
I thought you may like to hear the analysis of
Probably the closest thing I probably can get is a bad LSD trip.
What have you got, Alfred?
I've set the Bat computer to analyze militia presence across the three islands and provide you with a real-time representation of the occupation's strength in each zone. As you can see, Miagani Island is heavily occupied, with a substantial drone ground force controlling the roads. Founders Island is the militia stronghold, protected by long-range radars and a missile launcher. I'd recommend keeping the Batmobile away from there for the time being. The remaining drone forces on Bleak Island have been redeployed to protect the clock tower, so expect significant resistance.
The Batman series
Thanks,
Lego,
Alfred.
if
I'm heading
you
there now.
want, what characters would I pick? For Batman? No, I just stick to the Bat family. So it'd be like Batman, each of the four Robins. I don't care about Stephanie Brown or Carrie Kelly. So it'd be Dick, Jason, Tim, and Damian. Dick as Nightwing, Jason as Red Hood, Tim as Red Robin, and Damian as Robin. I would have Alfred. For villains, I will stay away from the Joker, and I'll choose 4 other Batman villains just to have, just because 4 is just a solid number. I would go Scarecrow, Zaz, Two-Face, and Scarecrow, Zaz, Two-Face, and Hush. I like Hush. And then to spice things up, let's throw in Catwoman and Mr. Freeze, but as anti-heroes. I feel like Mr. Freeze would probably be the one Batman villain that isn't part of this team that I would have loved to see in the Suicide Squad. Why would I not put DC characters in Infinity War? Because for me, if I put characters in Infinity War, like DC characters, I would want a reason why those characters are in Infinity War, and I don't see how it would fit outside of just putting my favorite characters in a movie like that. In which case, like, what are my favorite DC characters I would love to see in Infinity War? Nightwing. Superman would be too powerful, but like maybe like Nightwing and Wonder Woman, sure. If I had to give an answer, probably Nightwing and Wonder Woman, but like I'd want a reason why Nightwing and Wonder Woman would be there. And if you're gonna cross the publications, then I would love to see it be there's an active like crisis event type thing. Not like Amalgam Universe where like they combine characters, but they actually cross over. There's only been a couple of times they've done that, and it's been a long time since they've done it. So, like, I would need a reason why the characters are there. It's more than just dropping characters. YouTube video in 2018, they made a YouTube video called Superman vs. Thanos. Yeah, but that would have been a fan-made video, not like official Marvel DC product. We could create a Marvel vs. DC. This is actually a good idea. Nick, you're leading me on a good idea. Maybe after we're done with like the Chat GPT stuff, what we could do is we could maybe try to create a Marvel DC combo universe where or maybe not combo universe, but we just tell a story. It doesn't have to be like a cinematic universe like we're doing with ChatGPT or how I would remake the DCEU. We can do it differently, where it's like we all together, one stream a week, get together, and we put together stories where Marvel and DC characters can coexist. Maybe. It'd be a fun idea. We'd have to think about it some more before we'd start it, but it would be a fun thought experiment that we can explore week to week. Man, he's fucking dead. Fuck are they? Are you kidding me? There's like 10 of them. I think there's one reason why I never finished this game is because it's like I just want to get to where I need to go. And what I loved about City and Asylum is like when there was a mission I needed to do, I could just get there and there was no issue. In Knights, it's like because it relies so much on the Batmobile, you have to constantly destroy these fucking tanks, and it's annoying. When you're just trying to get somewhere, and you have to stop and destroy the tanks. Like, I didn't get all of them. Why'd I latch on there?
You guys okay? You see anything? Nothing. Me neither. Same here. Okay, don't fall asleep. He's here somewhere.
It's not safe to enter until I've taken out the militia forces surrounding the clock tower.
Where are these bastards?
It's not safe to enter until I've taken out the
YouTuber
militia
called
forces
Mike
surrounding the clock
Hobbian, who lives in Canada. He did a 4-part video called Superman and versus Hulk. Cool.
Sure as hell safer than being with you.
I'm telling you, he ain't gonna show.
Is your favorite Batman suit in the game?
No way. We would have seen him. He's in the construction site.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if I really have a favorite Batman suit. I appreciate, like, I love the classic Keaton suit just because it's, you know, a classic. I think Ben Affleck's, the one I'm using right now, is probably the best looking suit on the live action Batman. I love Pattinson's modern design. I love that look for Pattinson. My least favorite is probably Bale. I honestly never cared for the Bale Batman suits. Batman Beyond. I never liked Batman Beyond in these games because he's too bulky. I always pictured Batman Beyond similar to Nightwing. So Terry McGinnis is like always thin. I have to do this shit again? This is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm here to play Batman game, not, you know, do a bunch of bullshit with these stupid motherfucking tanks. Have I played Grand Theft Auto? Yes, I've played Grand Theft Auto. Not a big fan.
There are militia troops all over the clock tower.
I don't really care for Grand Theft Auto. I'll be perfectly honest.
I'm not just sitting here while you go after those bastards.
Yes, you are, Jim. Barbara wouldn't want you to get yourself killed. I'll be in touch the minute I'm done.
A second. Clock tower unit. Batman knows we have his ally and he's coming for you. Hold him off. You can do this, man. I'm gonna tell you how. Clock tower unit. Batman knows we have his ally and he's coming for you. Hold him off. You can do this, man. I'm gonna tell you how.
You see that? He tore through the armor. What is that thing? Car? Tank? You think the
Like, how do I attach there, but not this fucking gargoyle?
What if he failed already? He could be sneaking up on us right now. I'm going nowhere until we take out this freaking bat tank. If he was in there, don't you think he'd fire back? It's a decoy, man, I'm telling you. Where the hell's our ground support? He took them all out, every one of them, and now he's coming for us. Quit complaining and keep a lookout. He just took out our armor. Oh, God. Where is he? I don't know. I can't see his freaking tank car. He's probably sneaking up on us right now. He's just one guy. We'll be okay. Yeah, one guy who just took out a unit of tanks. Relax. The tanks probably took him out already, right? Okay, emergency looks clear.
Who do you think will appear in Avengers 5 and 6? Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Falcon, Winter Soldier. I'd love to see Kate Bishop, and I think Star-Lord would be interesting. When am I going live again? I don't know. I tell you every stream. I don't have a stream schedule, so I do not know. because I have a full-time job. I have a side hustle. I do a lot of work before I come down to stream. I also have a personal life, and I try to make long-form videos. I find the reason I'm streaming tonight because I didn't stream yesterday. And Wednesdays is, if there's any stream that's scheduled, it's Wednesday nights. I think in I think in 5 most characters will appear are the MCU characters. Isn't Kang the villain in Avengers 5? They retconned that. Kang is, because they fired Jonathan Majors. They're sidestepping from Kang. Kang is not. They renamed Avengers Kang Dynasty to just be Avengers 5 for right now, but they're keeping Secret Wars. I think they should just do Secret Wars Part 1, Part 2. Now, if you ask me, I think they should just recast Kang because of the multiverse and different actors playing the same character, just different versions. It's never been easier to recast a fucking character. If you really don't want Jonathan Majors because of all of the shit that he was doing, then recast him. Why'd they fire Jonathan? Like sexual assault, and like he beat up his girlfriend and shit like that. And, you know, Disney, like, wants perfect people to be casted because they're trying to uphold their family-friendly brand. So when that surfaced, they fired him instantly. Like, as soon as he was found guilty, Disney fired him. Whether you're on his side or not, he was fired. In 6, there's probably gonna be more like heroes. Like, yeah, they say they're gonna like bring a lot of those characters back. Like, you're probably gonna get a moment where you see Chris Evans and he's playing Johnny Storm. Why did he assault his girlfriend? That is a good question. I do not know.
Is that you again?
Killing joke. He's gonna be in a tourist outfit with the camera. Yep. Boom! Maybe Silver Surfer will appear in Avengers 5? Maybe.
Oh, don't pass out just yet. Come on. Show a little spine.
Yeah, we'll probably get a superior Iron Man. I don't know.
Just wait till your father gets home. He's going to be furious about all this mess. Nothing like a trip down old memory lane.
There'll be 2 actors that could play Superior Iron Man. That's obviously Tom Cruise and Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, I think for us, we just got to make sure we keep our expectations in check. And not expect too much. Because we shouldn't expect everybody to come back. There's only so many minutes in a movie where you can show people off. Who's the villain going to be in Avengers 6? Good question. No idea. Toby and Andrew probably return. Those are the 2 I'd say you're most likely to expect. Or Toby and Andrew. Coming back for Spider-Man. Those are the 2 the most likely expect. What about Tom Holland? Tom Holland, obviously. Tom Holland is implied.
This isn't your fault, Jim.
Of course it is. Crane's done this to get to me. I should have been here.
There's something I need to show you.
We haven't got time. She's not like us.
Identity confirmed.
Hold most of my cameos. I don't want actors like Wesley Snipes, Ben Affleck, Nicolas Cage wasted for some fan service scenes. Exactly. That's where you want quality fan service, not quantity fan service.
She works for you? This is all your fault.
I will find her.
She's my family. My daughter. She's all I've got. I never should have trusted you. Never. I'll do this on my own. Stay away from my family.
I think that went quite well, considering. Of course, I wouldn't have told him, but that's why it's so liberating being me.
When is Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland coming out? I do not know.
A lot to look forward to, Bat.
2025, maybe? I don't know. I think they announced that they're going with a new director. It's not going to be John Watts anymore. They want a new direction for the second Spider-Man trilogy. They're going to plan to do 3 trilogies with Spider-Man, Tom Holland. One high school trilogy, which finished with No Way Home. Then a college-era trilogy, and then they're going to do an adult trilogy. Variants that should make bigger role: Wolverine, Iron Man variant, Deadpool, Tobey and Andrew, maybe Ian McKellen, Magneto if he ever appears. I don't hold your breath on Ian McKellen, Magneto. Man's like 90. Like, do not hold your breath for Ian McKellen's Magneto.
I need to find out what happened to Barbara. They covered their tracks by disabling the clock tower security cameras. If I hack the municipal
Spider-Man 4 is going to be street level, most likely. Why is it? Because they want to go in a different direction. They want a different director to take Spider-Man in a new place. John Watts had his identity and his direction for the first 3 movies. They want to go. They want to do something different. So now that Spidey's graduated high school, he's going off and doing his own thing. They want to go into more traditional Spider-Man stories that we've seen like the other movies. So they want to go with somebody else. Plus, it adds variety. I'm a fan of this. John Watts had 3 movies. He did fantastic. Things are awesome because they end. It's time to move on. Let's get a new director. I agree with Marvel. I think it's great to go in with a new director. And to be honest, I didn't care for Homecoming and Far From Home. I love No Way Home. But I never really cared for Homecoming and Far From Home. I'm glad they're going with a new guy. Maybe Patrick Stewart's Xavier, even though a variant of him died in Multiverse of Madness. That's exactly it. Variants. I don't think Stewart will appear. I don't know.
That's no good. I need to find out who took Barbara and how they're That's the Arkham Knight. He's got Barbara. I need to confirm which car he took her in.
But hey, let's just expect the MCU characters that will appear in both movies because Marvel has tons of surprises, you know. Don't spoil too much. Exactly. Here's the trick to having the best experiences at Marvel movies. Have no expectations. I don't mean that and expect it to be bad. I mean, don't expect anything, so you don't expect too much, and every piece they give you is suddenly amazing. For example, when I went to go see No Way Home, I saw No Way Home with my friend Sam. Sam and I went to go see No Way Home together. And so we walk in, we were both diehard Spider-Man fans. We watched the movies since we're they're from Tobey Maguire 1. Like, we watched all of them as they were coming out. We grew up on this stuff. Throughout the entire press junkie and all that press tour, it had convinced my friend Sam that neither Toby or Andrew were going to make an appearance. I held out hope, but I wasn't going to expect anything. And so we go to the theater, and we're watching it opening day. I think it was opening day. And we get to the part in the movie where Ned's doing his thing, and Andrew comes in, and you also see Toby, all that stuff. That we're going to that scene. And you see the portal open. And I saw in the background, like, that is not Tom. Like, that is not Tom's body. Like, he's too tall to be Tom Holland. He's too tall and skinny. And so I'm looking and I see the eyes, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Andrew Garfield. So I'm Sam, that's like, I'm borderline harassing my friend. And he's like, what? I'm like, that's Andrew. Look at the eyes. That's Andrew. He's like, no. He jumps into the portal, and both our jaws are on the ground. Mask comes off, and we're losing our shit. The entire theater explodes. For the record, I'm actually not a fan of... I thought Tom was skinnier than Andrew. Tom might be skinnier than Andrew, but Andrew being taller, like, he looks leaner. The body didn't match. Well, thank you. Thank you, by the way. You're awesome, too. You're breathtaking. That Keanu Reeves bit. So, Sam and I were, like, doing that thing, and I'm like, he's like, wish we could find Peter. And then suddenly it's like, there's another portal. I'm like, Toby! We lose my shit. Like, that's Toby! And, like, I lost all of my shit.
There's nothing here that tells me how Barbara was taken or who took her. There. That's the vehicle they took Barbara away.
Such dumb mechanics. Andrew Garfield is comic accurate height of Spider-Man. Yeah.
I can program the Batmobile to track their unique tread pattern. It'll lead me right to them.
He was like 5'11". Short ass motherfucker.
Lockdown clock tower. Authorization. Batman.
Now that I think about it, how did Scarecrow know to go after your IT department? I mean, I had no idea she worked for you when I shot her. I just got lucky. Seriously, I was aiming for her head.
Bullshit.
Oh, if I'd only had a video camera when I swept Barbara off her feet. Poor old Jimbo had to make do with a slideshow.
Some people say he isn't comic accurate Spider-Man because he's too handsome. Does Peter really need to look like a dork? To some people he does. I mean, I get why people think he should look like a dork, because he's supposed to be a nerd, and nerds stereotypically look like dorks. But, like, does he need to? Like, I knew plenty of nerds who didn't, like, wear, thick brimmed glasses and, had bad BO and were over, like, I didn't know, there are handsome people that are actually dorks. Look like, I'm not saying that I'm handsome, but like, I know I'm not ugly, and look at, like, I am a massive fucking nerd. And when you look at me, you don't expect that, especially when I was in high school. Especially when I was in high school. You guys saw my photos when I was in high school. Like, I didn't look like a stereotypical nerd, but I was. I played a lot of Magic the Gathering. I watched every Marvel movie. I watched Avatar religiously. I read comic books a lot. I have this shit. I still have my original Ben 10 Omnitrixes. Like, yeah. Andrew Garfield literally acts like a weird introvert guy, plus he's a big nerd. He is. Andrew Garfield is the biggest Spider-Man fan of the three main Spider-Man actors because he grew up on Spider-Man. He said himself, like, I needed Spider-Man in my life. Andrew Garfield is my favorite of the three. Tobey will always get the love because he came first, if you don't count the 70s and, Nick Hamilton? I forget his name. But, like, if, like, in that regard, the modern day, I look like Andrew Garfield. I don't see it. I don't see it. The one I do see from time to time, if I had shorter hair, was Liam Hemsworth. That's the one that I do genuinely see a little bit, is Liam Hemsworth, if I had shorter hair. I don't see Garfield. So, like, with Garfield, though, like, I always thought he was best at Spider-Man. Like, even with Peter, like, he knew the character best. Occasion. I take that as a compliment. Andrew Garfield is a handsome dude. He is. But I think I'm going to call it for tonight. I've been going for about 3 hours. I'm tired. So, I think I'm going to call it. And, I don't know when I'm going to go live again. I'm going to try to focus on getting one more video out before March ends. I had a goal of getting 3 videos up for March. I have 2. I want to get a 3rd. So I'm going to try to probably focus on getting another video out before I go live again. Unless I'm just making a lot of good progress and I'm still going to make it. We'll see. So I wouldn't expect another stream until after the next video. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to get the next video out by Sunday then. And yeah, if Marvel's is gonna add Shamik Moore's Miles Morales in Avengers: Secret Wars, and I was saying Marvel has the balls to do an animated character. I don't know. I don't know if I want those to cross. You know, I love them to stay their own things. Like, they've crossed in the Venom, and that was fun. Like they showed Mrs. Chang, and, like, that was fun. But, like, I don't know if I want them to cross with the MCU. I'd love to have them stay their own thing. That's me. I know a lot of people want to see, everything cross over and everyone be friends and everyone, I don't know if I really want that. I want, like, to me, it's like, if they join the MCU, then it's almost like feeling like the Spider-Verse movies are, being absorbed into the MCU, and now everything's just the MCU. And so I think I'd rather just keep those separate and be able to enjoy them separately. What time is it where I'm now? It is 10:17 at night. And I have work in the morning. Unfortunately. At least give him a cameo. He doesn't need to fully appear in Secret Wars. Maybe. I don't know. I think I'd rather see, like, the MCU use its own Miles Morales. Personally. But either way, you all have a great night. I need to go get something to eat and go to bed. Like I said at the top of the stream, I was going to get food. I'm actually hungry, so I'm going to go get some food and I'm going to go to bed. So, you all have a great night. I will see you the next time.